I am calling you from the heights of grace. And today, I want you to pause and listen before this important moment passes through your heart. My beloved child, this is not a random reminder appearing in the middle of your busy day, nor is it an echo blending into countless noises and then fading away. I am speaking directly to you in this very hour, because there is a movement quietly approaching your life. It does not come to frighten you, but to awaken you from dullness, draw you out of hesitation, and place you in a posture of readiness for what I am preparing. If you hurry past it, it is not because I withdraw my love, but because your heart may miss the awareness needed to step into the new season with peace, wisdom, and steadfast faith. The prompting within your heart, that very gentle pull you cannot easily explain, is a sign I use to remind you that you have not been forgotten. There are moments in life when I do not speak with a loud voice that shakes mountains and hills, but through a deep stirring in the heart, a gentle reminder that causes you to pause. A strange peace in the days when you thought everything was only coincidence. My child, do not despise these quiet movements. Many times, the smallest thing is the first door leading you into a great turning. I am allowing you to glimpse that a weighty change is drawing near, carrying purpose, purification, release, and an invitation for you to step out of the place that has held you for too long. I know you have gone through unclear days, when you did not know where you were heading, did not understand why everything kept slowing down, and did not know whether your prayers were being heard. I have seen the silent battles you told no one about, the times you forced yourself through a long day, the moments when you wanted to believe, but your heart was pulled down by old disappointments. I have seen you stand between difficult choices, trying to discern what was the voice of fear and what was my leading. Today I say to you, confusion is not your eternal dwelling place. I am bringing light into every dark area, restoring order where there has been chaos, and opening the way so that you no longer have to walk like someone feeling their way through the night. What is about to come into your life requires alertness, faith, and obedience. I do not say this to threaten you, but to prepare you. There are doors that, when opened, will require a heart steady enough to walk through them. There are opportunities that, when they appear, will require a mind clear enough to recognize them. There are restorations that, when given, will require a life disciplined enough to preserve them. If you still cling tightly to old fears, you may stand before a new door and still not dare to step in. If you still believe the lies that say you are unworthy, you may see a blessing and still think it is meant for someone else. Therefore, I am awakening you beforehand, so that when what I have prepared comes, you will not be surprised in confusion, but positioned in peace. My beloved child, this change is not meant to wound you. It may feel intense, because everything that truly liberates touches the places that were once bound. When I lead you out of a familiar place, you may tremble, because you have lived within those limits for so long that they seem to become part of your life. But I do not call you out of the old place to abandon you in emptiness. I call you out to lead you into a wider place. I do not remove the familiar to leave you exposed, but so that you will no longer be confined by something too small for the promise I have placed over your life. Some breaking points are actually the beginning of freedom. Some changes are my hand removing chains. Some things leave you because they cannot go with you into the new season. Remember that preparation will protect you. The one who is unprepared easily becomes afraid before what they do not understand. But the one who leans on me will learn to move through great transitions with calm trust. I want you to prepare by softening your heart before my leading, releasing the hardness that formed after many disappointments, and no longer protecting yourself by suspecting every good thing. I want you to prepare through quiet prayer, by putting your life in order, by being faithful in small things, by having the courage to say yes when I open the way, and by having the wisdom to say no to paths that do not carry peace. Preparation is not worry. Preparation is standing in the position of faith. What I am doing may begin with an inner reminder, an encounter, a door of work, healing in a relationship, an opportunity for you to step out of delay, or an awakening that makes it impossible for you to keep living as before. However it comes, pay attention to my mark upon it: righteousness, light, peace, wisdom, and the invitation for you to become more mature. Do not confuse haste with faith. Do not confuse excitement with guidance. What comes from me may be powerful, but it will not cause you to lose purity in your heart. What comes from me may urge you forward, but it will not push you into chaos. I am the Father of order, peace, and light. Where I lead you, there is support for your steps. I have seen the delays in your life, but you need to know that delay is not always loss. Many times, I use that very period to train you more deeply, to teach you clearer discernment, and to separate you from things that are beautiful on the outside, but empty within. You once asked me to open a door, but if I had opened it too soon, you might have entered with a heart that was not ready. You once asked me to send something new, but if the old had not yet been released, you might have carried old wounds into the new season and wounded yourself again. Therefore, do not hate the process. Do not despise the days of waiting. I am not wasting your time. I am using it to build a foundation within you, so that what is coming will not merely pass through, but can remain and bear fruit. Now, I invite you into alertness. Listen to me in every decision. Keep your heart open, but do not lay aside discernment. Hope, but do not be impatient. Believe, but also act with integrity. When I remind you to release something, do not cling to it merely because it is familiar. When I urge you to move forward, do not let fear retell old stories to keep you in the same place. When I bring help, receive it with gratitude. When I close a path, trust that your Father is not taking away what is good. I am preserving you from what does not belong to you. You do not need to fear this turning point, because I am with you in every movement. What is coming may change the way you see yourself, the way you live toward the future, and the way you respond to my calling. It may lead you out of delay, out of narrow thinking, out of quiet chains that have kept you in the same cycle for too long. But you will not walk alone. I will go before you to open the way, walk beside you to uphold you, and dwell within you through deep peace so that you may recognize the Father's voice. Keep your heart clean, your ears open, and your steps tender before my leading. This moment is not accidental. It is an invitation to preparation. And that preparation will position you rightly to receive what comes next with courage, wisdom, and faith no longer ruled by fear. In the next stage of your life, something will appear. And although at first it may stir your heart, remember that I do not allow it to come in order to destroy you. My beloved child, listen to my word with a calm heart. Because there are changes in life that do not arrive as gently as you might wish. There may soon be a conversation that surprises you, a change that happens faster than you expected, or a situation that forces you to pause, think, and respond with alertness. Outwardly, it may seem serious, even causing your emotions to sway at first. Your heart may tighten, your mind may rush with questions, and old fear may try to slip in and say that everything is moving beyond your control. But I want you to understand even now, this is not permitted to crush you. It is allowed to appear in order to reveal a truth that has been hidden for too long, so that you no longer walk in confusion, no longer be led by half light and half shadow, and no longer remain attached to what has quietly been wearing down your peace. There are things hidden that can only be revealed when light touches the right place. There are relationships, circumstances, intention, or ways of thinking that have quietly been operating behind the scenes, leaving you weary without your recognizing the cause. You have felt that something was not right, but you did not have enough evidence to name it. Many times you wondered why your heart was uneasy, why a path that seemed good kept making you feel heavy, why some people stayed near yet did not bring life, why certain choices looked reasonable yet pulled you away from my peace. And now, I am bringing you to a moment of unveiling, not to shame you, but to free you, not to leave you directionless, but to correct your direction, not to hurt you more, but to stop you from living in what is false. Do not turn your face away from what I am allowing to enter your life. Do not quickly dismiss the sign simply because it does not come in the form you expected. Many times, my answer does not come like a door opening smoothly, but as a strong awakening that requires you to look directly at what you have avoided. I know you do not like disruption. I know you have prayed for peace. So you hoped everything would be resolved gently, without conflict, without surprise, without forcing you to face what is difficult. But my child, true peace is not always the absence of movement. True peace is when you can still hear my voice amid movement. You still know you are being led amid what is unclear, and still stand firm because you trust that I am holding your hand even when circumstances shake. And now, I am answering you, but my answer may not take the shape you imagined. You may have hoped for a gentle confirmation, an immediate open door, a person's heart to change, or circumstances to naturally become easier. Yet I may answer by allowing a situation that forces the truth to come into the light. I may allow a conversation to speak what has been hidden. I may allow a change to reveal who truly stands with you and who is only near when things are convenient. I may allow a surprise to make you see what you have overlooked for too long. Do not fear the way I work. I am not doing this to confuse you, but to cut off the ambiguity that has held you back. When truth appears, You may hurt for a moment, but pain in the light is better than comfort in darkness. Remember this, my beloved child, not every shaking is a sign of destruction. Sometimes I shake what is not firm so you may recognize the true foundation. Sometimes I allow something to be moved so that what is false can fall away by itself. So that attachments that do not belong to you can no longer cling to your life. So that plans not from me can no longer keep pulling you away from peace. There are things you have carried for so long that you thought they were part of you. But they were only burdens. There are voices you have heard for so long that you thought they were wisdom, but they were fear in disguise. There are doors you have tried to keep open, but if you walked through them, they would lead you into a place smaller than what I have for you. Because I love you, I will not let you continue to be deceived by the appearance of those things. In that moment, when the matter happens, do not react in panic. Pause in me. Let your breathing slow down. Remember my word today. Do not allow your first emotion to decide your final action. There are things that require you to respond with wisdom, not with woundedness. There are conversations that require you to listen carefully rather than rush to defend yourself. There are changes that require you to observe with faith, not with fear of losing control. I will give you calmness at the right time. I will place discernment within you to know what should be kept, what should be released, what needs to be said, what needs to remain silent, what must end, and what must be handed back to me. You do not have to walk through that situation alone. The clarity you ask for will come, but clarity sometimes feels like light shining into a room that has been closed for a long time. At first, it may dazzle your eyes. You may need time to see things as they truly are. But when your eyes adjust to the light, you will thank me for not allowing you to keep living in something half true and half false. You will understand why I delayed certain things. You will understand why some doors did not open. You will understand why your heart kept feeling uneasy, even though outwardly everything seemed fine. I am protecting you from what you have not seen. I am separating you from what cannot go with the new season. I am adjusting your steps so you will not waste more time in a place that no longer carries life. So, my child, prepare your heart with trust, not fear. Do not build dark scenarios before the matter even happens. Do not let your mind run ahead of my grace. When it comes, remember that I warned you beforehand so that you would not be swept away by emotion. I am going before you into that conversation, into that change, into that circumstance. I am placing boundaries around you, keeping you from hasty decisions, leading you out of confusion and into clarity. What is revealed is not meant to make you lose. It is meant to restore your freedom. What is shaken is not meant to make you fall. It is meant to show you that I am the rock that never moves. And when everything has passed, you will look back and realize that what once made you tremble was actually the door that led you into deeper freedom. You will see that I used an unexpected situation to remove from you a long-standing burden. You will see that I used a truth brought to light to free you from things that no longer fit your journey. You will see that I never allow shaking without a redemptive purpose within it. Take heart, my beloved child. The next stage is not coming to destroy you. It comes to open your eyes, correct your path, protect you, and bring you closer to the season I have prepared. Walk in alertness. Keep your heart tender. Keep your ears listening. And keep your faith placed in me. For I am turning what is about to happen into a turning point of light. There are things happening behind the curtain that you cannot yet see. But I want you to know that nothing is moving beyond my sight. Decisions are being weighed. Paths are being rearranged. Outcomes are being shaped in silence. And soon those movements will touch your life in a very real way. You may not yet hear the sound of the door opening, may not yet see a clear sign, may not know who is changing their mind, who is reconsidering, or who is being placed in the right position to become part of your transition. But I have gone before you in every one of those moments. I do not allow you to fall into an unexpected situation without preparation from heaven. I do not allow you to enter an important turn with your heart completely empty, without a reminder, without light, without support. That is why I am speaking to you now with clarity and love, so that when it appears, you will not panic, you will not react in fear, and you will not allow temporary emotion to pull you away from the peace I have placed within you. When circumstances begin to change, remember that I was there before you. Before you received that news, I already knew. Before that door opens or closes, I already saw it. Before people make a decision related to you, I stand above all things with my power and wisdom. No conversation takes place without me hearing it. No signature is written without me knowing it. No delay, change, refusal, or approval can surprise me. Therefore, do not let your heart become disturbed, like a boat without an anchor among the waves. Anchor yourself in me. Let my word become your support when the news arrives, when the plan changes direction, when what you thought was stable begins to shift. You do not need to understand everything immediately. You only need to remember that your Father never loses his authority. What is coming is not meant to break you, even though at first it may make you feel unsettled. Some changes come like a gentle breeze, but others come like a sound that startles you. You may feel uncomfortable when familiar things are moved, when old paths are no longer easy to walk, when I begin to draw you out of the place where you have stayed too long. But, my beloved child, discomfort is not always a sign of danger. Sometimes it is a sign of growth. What seed can sprout without breaking away from its old shell? What dawn can come without pushing back the darkness? What maturity can take place without touching the areas you once tried to keep unchanged? I am not doing this to break you. I am building within you a new steadiness, a deeper trust, and a calmness no longer completely dependent on outward circumstances. You have gone through a season when at times you felt overlooked, held back, delayed, and even as though your prayers had fallen into a silence without answer. There were days when you wondered why others moved forward while you remained in place. There were times when you looked around and thought you had been forgotten in some corner of life. But I say to you, the season of silence is not the season of my absence. Throughout that time, I was still working beneath the surface. I deepened the foundation within you. I taught you to distinguish between the true calling and the noise. I removed from you unhealthy dependencies. I healed places where you did not know you were still hurting. I prepared connections, timing, encounters, and doors, so that when they appear, You will not only step in with joy, but also with maturity enough to hold what I give. What is about to happen will begin to bring those hidden works into the light. At first, you may not recognize it as a blessing, because blessing often comes in the form of rearrangement. Something you once leaned on may be moved from its old position. A relationship may reveal its true nature. A plan you tried to hold may have to give way to a wider path. I may slow you down in one place to save you from a way that does not belong to you. Do not be too quick to call change loss. Do not be too quick to call disruption failure. There are things I allow to be shaken not to take away your peace, but to bring you into greater harmony with my purpose. And when you are realigned, you will feel a peace you have not touched in a long time. A peace that does not require every question to be answered immediately, but knows that my hand is still guiding. Therefore, do not take this moment lightly. This is not just a passing feeling, not merely an ordinary day in a long line of days, not just a situation that will pass without leaving a mark. This is a shift. This is the boundary between an old season and a new one. This is where I begin to close the cycles that have exhausted you while opening a different rhythm for your life. Perhaps in the present, you do not yet see it as great. Perhaps at first, it will look only like a conversation, a small decision, a door slightly opening, an unexpected delay, or a reminder within your heart. But later, when you look back, you will recognize this is where everything began to turn. This is where I placed a milestone. This is where what you once prayed for through tears began to move in, my wisdom. I am inviting you to trust me more completely, especially when your emotions try to pull you in another direction. Emotions may tell you that you should be afraid. Old memories may say that you will be disappointed again. Chaotic thoughts may create many scenarios that steal your sleep. But you do not need to bow your head to everything that passes through your mind. You can pause, breathe, and return to me. You can tell yourself that I have gone before you. I am with you. And I will not abandon you in the decisive moment. Do not let your thoughts scatter when the situation appears. Do not let your mouth speak words of despair while I am sowing hope. Do not let an initial piece of news make you forget all the times I preserved you before. Stay steady. Stand in peace. Hold fast to my word like one holding onto light in the deep night. You are not alone in what you are about to face, though it may appear before your eyes as if you alone must decide. You alone must endure. You alone must pass through it. The truth is that I am beside you, nearer than you think. I am guiding you through gentle signs, strengthening you with quiet peace, protecting you from what you cannot see, and opening a way for you through places you thought could not be crossed. I can bring the right person near you, place the right word at the right time, close what seems attractive but unsafe, and open what seemed late but is exact in my plan. Trust that my care is never careless. I do not only see the overall picture of your life, I also care about every tremble within your heart as you stand before the unknown. So prepare your heart with alertness, not panic. Make room for peace, not for weary assumptions. Let faith become greater than your first reaction. When the shift comes, remember these words: I have gone before you. I am with you, and I will lead you through. What is happening does not come to destroy you, but to bring you into the right place. What is being shaken is not meant to steal your future, but to remove from your life what no longer fits the new season. You will pass through this moment not as someone swept away by events, but as one whose Father holds their hand and leads them through the turn. Stand firm, my beloved child. Keep your heart at peace. Trust that behind everything you have not yet seen, I am still working. And when the light opens, you will understand that even today's disruption has been used by me to bring you closer to the blessing I have for you. You have been chosen to pass through this, not because the road is easy, but because when I am with you, you can go through it without being swallowed by fear. My beloved child, do not look at the shaking before you as a sign that everything is collapsing. There are times when I allow old curtains to move, not to confuse you, but so that you can see what you were not yet ready to understand before. You are not stepping into meaningless chaos. You are stepping into a divine revealing. Things that were covered for too long are being brought into the light by me. And although at first your heart may feel overwhelmed, remember that I do not reveal anything to hurt you, but to free you from the fog that has kept you limited. There is a part of your life that was covered, not because I forgot you, nor because you were abandoned to walk in darkness, but because the time for you to see the whole truth had not yet come. If I had shown you everything too early, your heart might have become heavier than you could bear. If I had fully opened the curtain in the seasons when you were still too weak, you might have misunderstood what I was doing. Therefore, I led you step by step, giving only enough light for each stage, enough peace for each day, and enough strength for you to continue without needing to know every answer. You have walked through many stretches by faith more than by certainty, and I know that was not easy. I saw the times you wondered whether you were going in the right direction, whether your waiting had meaning, whether those silences were hiding an answer. Now, the season of partial understanding is gradually closing, and I am bringing you into a season of clarity. The scattered pieces that once confused you will begin to connect. The questions that repeated within your heart will find answers in the way I choose. The people, events, delays, and closed doors that once seemed unreasonable will gradually appear in a new order, so that you may realize I have never worked in disorder. I had purpose even in what you did not understand. I preserved you even when you thought you were being delayed. I protected you from things you once cried over because you did not receive them. But my child, clarity does not always come as gently as the morning breeze. Sometimes it comes like thunder, waking someone who has slept too long in familiarity. Sometimes it surprises you, because what is revealed does not look like what you imagined. Sometimes it touches old beliefs, old connections, and the ways you protected yourself so you would not have to face the truth. Do not be afraid of that moment. When I lift the curtain, I also give you strength to stand. When I make clear what was hidden, I also place my hand upon your heart so that you will not break. Truth that comes from me is not meant to crush you. It comes to rebuild you upon a stronger foundation. Therefore, prepare your heart with humility and alertness. Do not resist too quickly what I show you simply because it is different from what you expected. Do not deny a truth too quickly simply because it requires you to change. There are answers that will make you breathe out with relief, because at last you understand. There are unveilings that will leave you still because you realize how much I protected you from what was hidden. There are things you once regretted, but when my light shines upon them, you will give thanks that I did not let you remain there. I am teaching you to see with healed eyes, not through old wounds, to hear with wisdom, not fear, and to continue walking with mature faith, not confusion.